Gunther joining the Vision. Gunther's shocking attack on Seth Rollins this past Raw instantly sparked one big question. Was this the beginning of something bigger involving the Vision? But now, that entire theory may already be over. For days, fans believe Paul Heyman could be the mastermind behind the assault, potentially aligning Gunther with Seth Rollins' Vision storyline heading into WrestleMania. On paper, it made sense. Heyman backing a dominant force like the Ring General would have been a dangerous evolution. But according to WrestleVotes Radio via Fightful Select, that's not the direction WWE is taking. Paul Heyman is not expected to be in Gunther's corner at WrestleMania, effectively shutting down any alliance rumors. What's even more interesting is how last minute this decision reportedly was. Gunther being inserted into Seth Rollins' match wasn't part of the long-term plan. In fact, the call was made just before the March 30th episode of Raw, and internally, it wasn't even unanimous. Some within WWE wanted to stay committed to the Vision storyline, which has been building since last year's WrestleMania. Others pushed for Gunther to have a spot on the card, especially given his momentum. So what does this mean? Right now, this match feels more like a strategic addition than a long-term storyline shift. The expectation is that this could be a one-off, potentially stealing the show as a classic 5-star match. But there's another layer. Braun Breaker is reportedly cleared to return, and there's growing speculation he could interfere, reigniting his program with Seth Rollins. That feud was originally planned before Braun Breaker's surgery, and may now be delayed until SummerSlam. For Gunther, this WrestleMania moment might just be a showcase, but what comes after could define his next major chapter. Jey Uso, the next tribal chief. Jey Uso's recent shift in attitude has definitely turned heads, and even sparked serious speculation about his future. After showing a much darker, aggressive side reminiscent of his time alongside Roman Reigns on SmackDown, many fans started asking one big question. Could Jey Uso become the next tribal chief? That question only grew louder after Jey Uso demanded that Roman Reigns punish CM Punk for disrespecting their family. Moments like that made it feel like Jey Uso was stepping deeper into the Bloodline's legacy, possibly positioning himself as a future leader. However, according to Sean Rossap of Fightful, WWE has no current plans to replace Roman Reigns with Jey Uso as the tribal chief. While Jey Uso evolution has reportedly impressed people backstage, it's not enough, at least right now, to dethrone the original tribal chief. Instead, this new version of Jey Uso seems to be more about character growth rather than a leadership transition. WWE appears focused on strengthening his singles identity rather than placing him directly into Roman's shadow again. For now, Roman Reigns remains firmly at the top of the Bloodline hierarchy. The Rock WrestleMania status, the Rock WWE status, continues to raise questions. And now, things look even more uncertain heading into WrestleMania 42. The company never officially explained The Rock's absence from WrestleMania 41. And since WWE Elimination Chamber 2025, The Rock has noticeably kept his distance from WWE. Instead, his focus has remained firmly on his Hollywood career, leaving fans wondering if the final boss is done for now. Adding more clarity, Dave Meltzer recently addressed the situation on Wrestling Observer Radio while discussing Randy Orton's ongoing mystery caller angle. Meltzer stated that The Rock is not the mystery figure, shutting down one of the biggest fan theories. He also revealed that if The Rock would make a return, only a very small inner circle, names like Triple H and Nick Khan, would know in advance. More importantly, Meltzer claimed that a source indicated The Rock is not expected to appear at WrestleMania 42, with WrestleMania 43 potentially heading to Saudi Arabia. The timeline for his return remains unclear. Right now, The Rock's WWE future is less about if and more about when, if at all, the Usos' WrestleMania 42 plans. The Usos could be heading into a huge spotlight moment at WrestleMania 42, and this time, they might not be alone. After reuniting last year and capturing the World Tag Team titles by defeating AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, the duo looked unstoppable. While Jimmy Uso handled tag duties, Jey Uso continued to shine on Raw as a single star, balancing both worlds. However, things took a turn last month when the Vision made a statement. Logan Paul and Austin Theory defeated the Usos in a chaotic street fight to win the titles. The shocking twist came when IShowSpeed interfered, helping secure the victory and even attacking LA Knight. Now, reports suggest a major 6-man tag team match could be in the works. The Usos are expected to join forces with LA Knight to take on Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and IShowSpeed at WrestleMania 42. This potential match blends star power, storytelling, and celebrity appeal. All eyes will be on IShowSpeed, as fans are eager to see what he can deliver on WWE's biggest stage. If it happens, this could be one of the most entertaining matches of the night. Drew McIntyre regrets. Drew McIntyre isn't holding back when it comes to one of the biggest missed opportunities of his career. career. After recently dropping the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes ahead of WrestleMania 42, Drew McIntyre reflected on a scrap plan that could have changed everything, facing John Cena during his retirement tour. Speaking on Insight with Chris Van Vliet, Drew McIntyre didn't hide his disappointment. He said, "It sucks, and I wish I did get that opportunity with John, not just for a one-on-one match, which we never had, as long as we were around each other, but a chance to get the microphone with him after showing what I could do like CM Punk and so many others that are known for being the best on the mic," he said, for Drew McIntyre. This wasn't just about stepping into the ring. It was about proving himself on a microphone against one of WWE's greatest ever performers. He further revealed that the match was actually discussed internally, but never became public knowledge. Plans kept changing behind the scenes, ultimately leading WWE in a completely different direction. I knew there was a plan before that. Actually, that had to change. Then there was that plan, and there was a pivot again. I believe it came down to, like John said, because initially people thought, "Oh my God, you see what Cena said? What? The match with Drew never happened." And then the match with AJ happened. And the way they worded it was like, John said it was public, or whatever it wasn't public. Nobody knew, he added. Instead, WWE moved forward with AJ Styles versus John Cena at Crown Jewel, leaving behind a dream match that never happened. Drew McIntyre can't stand this superstar. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk were at the center of one of WWE's most intense rivalries in 2024. Their feud stretched over 6 months and culminated in a brutal Hell in a Cell match, widely considered one of the best in recent history. The hatred between the two wasn't just storyline. It felt real, raw, and personal. Now, months after their rivalry cooled down, Drew McIntyre has opened up about how he truly feels about CM Punk's current run. Speaking on Insight with Chris Van Vliet, the Scottish Warrior didn't hold back. "A piece of CP. Can't stand him. I watch him every week, and I see he is doing good things with the world title. Good for you." That's a good run right there. "As a fighting champion, I think fighting champions are stupid, because I was one, and why would you defend it all the time? That's just disrespectful to the title. The opponent should earn it. So I did it before, that's why I can say that stuff. But at the same time, he's nowhere close to what he did with me, and it pains me to admit I'm still chasing the dragon for what I did with him. So opposites attract," McIntyre said. Despite acknowledging that CM Punk is doing good things as World Heavyweight Champion, Drew McIntyre made it clear he still can't stand him. But interestingly, he also admitted that their rivalry set a standard he's still trying to match. Even now, the impact of CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre continues to linger, and clearly, the feelings haven't faded at all. Subscribe for more wrestling news videos.